This is Taj English Academy. I am your lecturer, speaker, Dr. Taj Firdousi. My dear viewers, my students, ladies and gentlemen, in my last class, my lecture, I said that communication 2. It spoke about the way of speaking. And before we communicate, I told you that we have to see who the listener is before you deliver your message. Because what's important is, more than the delivery of the message, you should know who the receiver is. To what extent he understands his level, so that you can put the same thing in the same level. That's what I said. And please watch Communication 2 and Communication 1 on Taj English Academy. You will understand in the sequence. Today, I have got something very important. Only just one point to say about the communication, and that point is the way of communication. The way of communication has three important things. The message, that's the most important thing. Number 2, the language. Number 3, the sounds that you deliver that. Number 4, the presentation, how you put things. The sounds is called the phonetics. That subject, the sounds. It's a very big subject which I am going to teach you here. Slowly, step by step, one by one. It's called the phonetics 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go up to phonetics 20, no problem. Please remember this for the advanced level. The level of the people who are graduates and upper graduates, postgraduates, professionals. The important thing here, anybody can deliver the message, and now I am using that only area of the subject. How to deliver the subject matter, how to deliver. It's very easy. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's so simple. Now, there are ways. If you use this way is a shortcut, and the other way is another way, the third one is effective. Everything depends. It has its own effect. For example, in my previous lecture, I said that, please watch that. Polite request, Taj English Academy, Taj Urdu Academy. Please watch. Polite request. I said, close the door. That means to say the man whoever is coming has to close the door. That's what you said. Please close the door. Little soft. Can you close the door? It's a request. Could you close the door? More polite. Would you mind closing the door? Very, very polite. I wonder if you close the door. That's very, very polite. So, everything depends on the listener. If your listener is your closest friend who is always with you and you are very informal, then use the informal language. Hi, close the door after you. Hi, close. And if some respectable person comes there and you have to give respect and say, please sir, could you mind closing the door? With respect. So, everything depends on the person you are speaking to. That's important. In today's lecture, I am using the way of speaking the same. For example, You can see my hand. It's bright. It's so nice. The same hand. Show me your hand. I can show you this one. It's dark. What happened? That's the hand. But the way that I show differs. Next thing. When the listener gets the message, the way the message goes to him matters. For example, I heard somewhere there was a blind man and he wrote a board. On a board somebody wrote and gave. It says, it was written on the board, I am blind. Please remember this, what I am telling you. I am blind. Help me. I am blind. Help me. That was the board. And the people, hardly someone put some small coin, some change, and nothing. Somebody went there and then he said, hey, can I use your board and write your message? The blind man said, it's already there. No, I want to write it the same message. Okay. The man wrote and kept it there. Within no time, so many people came and they put dollars, so much. And the blind man couldn't believe. And finally he said, what did you write? He said, the same thing. But how come? In the first writing of mine, the board, what was written? And I didn't get any money at all, except some coins. And what did you write? He said, it's the way of my writing. Can you read out? What's that? Please read out for me. The man read out. He said, it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day today, but I can't see. See the way. It's a beautiful day today, but I can't see. So the people were emotional, got emotional feelings, big money. And the first one, I'm blind, help me blind. It's a monotonous, it's something like every time, please, please. So many places the beggars are standing and they are asking, give me, in the name of Allah, give me. And you just move aside because they come so closer and you go away. And somewhere, a lady sitting covered with the face with a small baby and just put something, a cloth. And she is not asking anything. And you know that there is a baby and she is hiding the face because of shame and shyness. These things are there, which helps messaging to your heart. Not to your mind, not to your mind, to your heart. When you speak something, first the mind will take the message, and if the heart is involved, that's called a very effective message. That's the way that the brain should work. There is another story. Today I am going to tell you how the same ideas can be represented. The same hand which is dark can be beautiful. How? I will explain to you with another story. There was a king. He was interested to know about his future. He gathered all the fortune tellers and said, look at my hand and calculate and tell me what's my future. Those people saw that, the fortune tellers. This king is going to be killed and all his family and everybody because the enemies will come and attack. They said, I can't say, we can't say. The king said, if you don't say, I'm going to kill. So they had to say the fact. The king put them all in the prison. and for some he killed. Finally, there was a last man, old man. He was brought and he saw the same thing and he said, "Anyway, I am dying, let me tell the truth." The king said, "That's nice, go ahead. I will not kill you, I will spare you, go ahead." He said, "The enemies will come and kill your family in front of your eyes, and finally you will also. And finally everybody will be killed in front of your eyes. Your family, your people, your citizens, your subjects. They will all be killed and you will see that." The king was very angry, but he promised he wouldn't kill, so he put him in the prison. He sent his soldiers to find out, is there any fortune teller left? There was no one. So, the soldiers went and searched for a fortune teller. There was one young boy. He was brought to the king. The king said, "Do you know how to predict things?" He said, "Yes, my master told me everything and I know." He said, "Tell me what?" He looked at his hands and calculated and he got the same message in his paper, on his paper, that the enemies will come and attack and kill all his families in front of his eyes, the king's eyes. And he smiled and said, "Oh, the king, the blessed king, you are the blessed one, the most fortunate one." Then he said, "How is that?" "Because God has given you the life so long, so long, so long that it's more than anybody in your city, in your town, in the palace, in your family. God gave you the longest life." The king became happy and he was very happy and said, "Okay, what do you want?" He said, "My master, an old man, is in the jail, please release him." So the man was released and the old man came out and said, did you say what the prediction says?" The boy said, "Yes. I also said the same thing, but why didn't he put you in the jail?" He said, "I said the same thing." "How? Did you say that they will come, the enemies, and they will kill all the people of his family in front of his eyes?" He said, "No. I said the other